Chicago Bears. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
On first down, they'll start out with Moss.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's puttered out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis. They'll run on first down with Moss to the 43, second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game.
And he'll be stopped at the 46, gain of 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 39. 15 yards that time and a Buffalo first.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On the counter, this is Moss. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
10 more there and another first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Moss.
And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 19-yard line. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as the this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is third down. They'll try to run for this with Singletary. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. And now they'll throw with Allen. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 9. On the jet sweep, here's Cooper. Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that drive's doing pretty darn well. 3 previous times converted on third down, but on that one, the defense rose up and said enough of that.
The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills' opening drive yields 3. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Play action. It's Fields. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Gregory Rousseau. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And they get to him right out of the gate, and this defense hoping that that's a harbinger of things to come.
Yeah, when you give up a first-play sack, makes your quarterback wonder if he's going to go to the sidelines and talk with his offense coordinator and head coach and say, hey, you know that game plan we put together? We might need to change it right now.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a...
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on. and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
To throw is Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29. A 3rd down gain of 19.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
The throw over the middle, taken in. A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Montgomery.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Here's Fields on the sneak. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the campaign and 4th overall. And the Bears go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Santos with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Fields this way up at the 17.
And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
Well, they sit him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown of this game, partner. Now quick 3 and out. That's not going to achieve that at all. Good victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
Call that a 48-yard punt and made even better by a loss on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
On second down, Montgomery. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. Now it's Fields. Left side, got Jones. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Running for it, Montgomery. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. I love those plays. 4th and 1, that's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Fields.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Montgomery. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. On 2nd and 10.
Fields. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
Fields throwing again.
And he finds Montgomery complete. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the 1st at about the 21. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. Santos' kick is up and through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. Taken at the 15, a short kick.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Bears are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. And Charles, they're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
Looking downfield for Jones.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Micah Hyde. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of people...
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this 1st half.
And we welcome you back live now inside inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Now Fields. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert. Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle, but give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter.
On 2nd and 9,
Fields.
His throw incomplete.
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion force there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Gregory Rousseau
able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. To return is McKenzie, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On play action, Allen. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Cooper, the man in motion right. On play action, Allen. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Can't ask for much more than that. A 50-yard punt followed by a loss on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21.
60 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
Man open, here is Jones. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Back to throw, Fields.
To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Here's Fields. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 35 yards that time on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return, and it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. Running left, Montgomery.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 77 yards on the ground so far for Montgomery. It's a 1st down.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 2nd and 11 now. Fields got his man complete over the middle. That's Montgomery. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. It's his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Fields now to throw.
Throw left side complete. That's Jones. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 13 yards down to the 13.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago.
Khalil Herbert.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Bears look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Eluding the pressure right.
He'll dump that one off to Moss, complete.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score, because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
On first down, Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Play action. Now it's Allen.
Going right back to Knox, and again a completion.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, 35 yards.
And the Bills have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
From the 29, Fields. And this one's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
On third down, they go Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Here's Fields.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Montgomery.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now a timeout called for by the defense, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Montgomery back to the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now a give running left with Montgomery. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 108 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Going up the gut, Montgomery. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. It gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. Now a timeout called for 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Draw play. Fields gives to Montgomery.
And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.